everyone. Good evening. This is Anita here. This webinar is regarding the topic "Don't delay your PG medicine plans." I just want to know if you're able to hear me loud and clear, and if you can hear me, kindly acknowledge. So that I'll be able to proceed further. If some of you are not able to hear me, then I can just check it out. Can you all hear me clearly? Yes. Okay. All right. Thank you for the acknowledgement, Doctor. As I mentioned, my name is Anita Devi, and I'll be your host for this evening. And this webinar is all about PG seats in India. And I'm sure everybody would have attempted NEET examination. So here, this won't be a one-way communication. So it'll be an interactive session. So as and when you have questions, you can stop me, you can raise your hand, or you can send me a chat. I'll be able to answer all those questions for you. And at the end of the webinar, you'll have a clear idea how to get a PG medicine, basically without NEET examination or without qualifying in NEET examination. All right? So shall I proceed further, participants? Okay. All right, fine. So as the topic says, don't delay your PG medicine plans. Okay, so that's the topic here. And I would like to start off with this statistics. If you see the number of PG seats allotted in every state, like it has all the states, and if you see on an average, it's nearly around not even 1,000, because in many of the seats there's very minimal numbers. You have hardly 3 or 4 seats where you have around 2,000 seats. So that's a pathetic situation in India altogether. And this is the current scenario of MBBS versus PG medicine seats. So, they have increased to 67,352 MBBS seats, both in government as well as private sectors, but hardly 31,415. And this number itself is kind of not 100% clear, because government says that they have increased the number of PG seats, but including MD, MS, DNB, diploma, we are not really clear whether this will be the number. But still, in UK or US, you have, if they have 30,000 UG seats, means definitely they'll have 30 to 40,000 PG seats, because they want all the UG guys to get into post-graduation. But unfortunately, India is the only country which is vice versa. You have 67,000 UG, but you hardly have 31,000, which means definitely not everybody can get a PG seat. So, this is the current scenario in India. Now, about the next one. And there's no hope whether they'll be able to increase the number of PG seats, because as you all know very clearly, we don't have that many faculties, and we cannot overcrowd the colleges, and definitely no way we will be able to increase it to 67,000 PG seats. Now, each and every one of you who have participated, I'm sure you would have attempted NEET examination a couple of times, or DNB examinations, or AIMS, or JIPMER, and you might or might not have got good score. So now you all will be thinking what should you do if you're not getting a PG seat? Okay, now I would say please ask these questions yourself. Maybe you would have asked before, but yeah, do you really want to do a specialization or PG at this time? After a couple of attempts, you would have been thinking yourself, should I even think for a PG seat, or should I just go with an MBBS itself? Or some of your friends might have got PG seat, but still you wouldn't have. But your consciousness will be thinking if I give my 100% effort, will I be able to get a seat at least next NEET examination? Or it's better to drop my PG plan and get into some kind of an MBA hospital administration or some administrative role, where at least you have a better salary rather than expecting, hoping, and wasting your time. So all these questions, but most important is, if you think about your family life or your financial capabilities, then that's not going to help you in any ways. And you all know what is the average salary of an MBBS doctor in India currently. It's not even 20 to 40,000. So this salary even an IT person can get, rather than you spending nearly 5.5 years for an MBBS. It's better you go for an IT role. So that's a pathetic situation currently in India. Now you have to just understand the reality here. See, you all have prepared well. Everybody has gone through dams or Bhatia or any of the coaching centers, but even university topper is not able to get good marks in the NEET examination, because I would say the pattern is not at all like competitive. Or even if you get good marks, then due to category, you're not able to get your interested specialization. And I'm sure you all have better priorities. It is higher priorities than just trying again and again and wasting your time for NEET examination. And as I mentioned earlier, if you fail in NEET or if you don't qualify in your NEET, it doesn't mean that you have less intellect, because many of the university toppers have terribly failed. Okay, so now in this situation, I would like to also tell you about a fact that this 50% All India quota in state one. See, look at the reservations for the 50% state quota seats. You have 25% for the other categories, including ST, SC, and you have the 8% for which it is, special background category, and 5% for economically weaker section, and only 4% open category. Here in this, I have taken an example of PG seats in Maharashtra, where you see there are nearly 4,100 aspirants who come under the open category. But based on the 4% category, if you see, you'll only have 100 seats under open category. So you have 4,100 students waiting, but you hardly have 100 PG seats. So it's not even 2%. So what are the others going to do? Waste one more year attempting a NEET examination or DNB examination? It's absolute waste of time. And if you look at the segregations also, you don't get all the specializations that you require for. So and one more factor is, like, nowadays the DNB programs are also getting shut. Many of the colleges or the hospitals are basically don't have that required infrastructure, the faculty, or many of them don't pay the required stipend. So in 2018 alone, this is a list. Nearly 44 seats have been shut down. So either, like, they have to be relocated. So that's another problem that you guys will be facing. Now, considering all these facts, now, do you really need a PG? The answer is yes. Obviously, you have to satisfy your ego. Your batchmates have got seats. You have to face your parents, and you have to move on. So definitely, you need a PG, and you deserve it because you spent a lot of year into your MBBS. Now, in that case, how much do you deserve? I think everybody would have chosen your interested specialization by now. And by the end of this webinar, you will be able to definitely get a PG seat. I assure you on that, based on your interested specialization, and that too in India itself, and without any donation capitation. Now, based on your specializations, if you're going for a super specialization, so this would be the average annual salary. And this is taken by Forbes. If you want, I can share the link also. See, and on an average, a neurosurgeon will be able to earn nearly 5,91,000 US dollars. So that is nearly, I would say, more than 4 crores. 4 crores per annum. So it's nearly 3 lakhs, approximately more than 3 lakhs on a monthly basis. I'm sorry, 30 lakhs. I'm sorry, please correct me. It's 30 lakhs, 30 lakhs on a monthly basis. So that's what you deserve. Urology or orthopedic surgery. Look at all the topmost specializations and the annual, average salary. So this is what you deserve. So I'm going to help you, and guide you so that you will be able to at least achieve a part of this amount, rather than just going under an MBBS category and earn, like, 50 or 80,000 rupees in India. Okay, so let's see how. And here you can also mention your interested specialization as well as the location where you're from, so that it'll be easy for me to guide you, like, where are all the branches available in India, and according to your convenience, you can choose the branch and the location. Okay, now get your PG degree from Texila at your convenience. So you have a problem, we are the solution for you, and through which definitely you're going to attain success. So I'll tell you how. So basically, you might be asking, like, you have a lot of Indian colleges, AIMS, JIPMER, or Pratima Medical College, or SRM University. Now, why should you choose Texila American University? Who's Texila American University, and what will you gain? So I'm going to give you all the answers to that. Okay, so I have A couple of students who have mentioned the branch and their location. Yeah, so it'll be noted, and by the end of the webinar, I'll be able to give you the price, the available branches, and the location so that you will be able to choose. Okay, so now coming to why you should be choosing Texila American Universities. Here are the here are the options. Before that, I think I have a couple of chat. All right. So one of the students is from Mumbai. You want to do general surgery? Absolutely, we have general surgery, doctor, and we have it in Mumbai itself. Right? And I have another person from Kamam. I hope Kamam is from Andhra, Telangana, interested in cardio. All right. Yes, we have cardiology available. Okay. And radiology, medicine. Yes, absolutely. Because we are available pan India. We have all the options for you. We'll be able to. In addition, if you can mention your email address and your WhatsApp number in private to my chat, that'll be easy for us to communicate. Right. So yes, so continuing further, like I'm going to list out on a couple of pointers as to why you should choose Texila. The number one is PG NEET qualification is not at all mandatory. That is, you might have given a couple of attempts. In the first attempt, you might have qualified. Second attempt, you might not have qualified. Uh, you don't need to worry about it at all, because as I said, PG NEET is again going to concentrate only on your MBBS pattern. That's like you're already done with MBBS, so we don't want your PG marks. Okay, it's enough that you have attempted an examination, either a PG NEET exam or an AIMS exam or DNB, any of the PG entrance examination. That is all we're looking forward for. We don't mind if you're qualified or we don't not qualified. That's not really required in our university. Okay, so as long as you have an MBBS registration with your state medical council registration number, that is more than enough for us, for you to take the program with us. So that's point number one. I'm sure you guys will be happy, because that's the most important worrying part now you all are going through. So you don't worry about NEET. It's not mandatory. Qualification is not mandatory in our university. So point number two is no donation on capitation. I think everybody is aware that you are scheduled to pay crores and crores in management seat for a radiology or internal medicine or whatever is your branch. So if you want your branch, if you want in your location, then you have to pay in crores and lakhs. But in Texila American University, you don't need to pay any capitation or donation. It is only the course fees for the 3 years. So that's a caption here. We don't charge you in crores, we will make you earn in crores. So as I have mentioned in my previous slide, nearly 5,90,000 dollars for a neurosurgeon. So that's what we're going to make you crorepati's. Okay, so we also provide scholarships if you're eligible. That is, it depends on a couple of things, and most important is based on your overall MBBS percentage also. So that I'll let you know like how you can avail a scholarship in our program. But definitely we don't need any capitation. It's going to be only the course fees. Now, the third most important is you can choose your branch, whatever you want. And see, these are the list of branches that we're offering: internal medicine, pediatrics, gynecology, general surgery, radiology, and emergency medicine could be a possibility, but these are the 5 major branches that we are offering you. Now here, if some of you might be looking for dermatology or an orthopedics, you can still get into these branches and attain dermatology and ortho. I'll tell you how. Okay, so whoever is looking forward for those 2 branches alone, just put in your WhatsApp number. I'll tell you how you can get through ortho and dermat through these 5 branches itself. Okay, so the reason why we have mentioned internal medicine plus MRCP is this is a dual benefit program, which I'll be covering later. So it's the same 3-year master degree program, how you'll be studying from any Indian medical college or a university like a JIPMER or an AIMS, and you'll be getting the master degree at the end of the final year. So I'll tell you how you can get in. So I'm sure like you have determined like what are the branches that you've chosen. Now the options pan India is, we have in Kolkata, Mumbai, Pune, Bangalore, Delhi, Chennai, Hyderabad, Coimbatore, and Trivandrum, and we are in the final stages of finalizing locations, which will have another 6 more added on to this list. So you'll have various locations. So in case If somebody's asking, I'm in Ahmedabad, I don't have an option, then you can choose the nearest one, and we are coming up with one more option in Ahmedabad very shortly in a couple of months' time. But these are the current locations, so you can choose the near one for you, and then options for dual qualification. As I said in the previous slide, internal medicine plus MRCP. So now, what is MRCP? Any idea, like anybody knows what is MRCP or MRCS? Anybody knows about this Royal College examinations? Like what is MRCP or MRCS? Have you seen this qualification in your senior most consultant's name board? If so, you can mention it in the chat, or otherwise I can elaborate. Okay. Doctor, for some reason I'm getting your name as test. Is it possible you can mention your name and your email address, doctor? The doctor who just acknowledged as no when I asked the question as Royal College. Is it possible you can mention your name? Dr. Samira. Okay. All right, Dr. Samira. Fine. So I'll just give you a heads up of what is Royal College. See, this was formed somewhere in 1,500 years before in United Kingdom, and it's very prestigious. Done by the kings and queens. It was CPS. So in fact, our Maharashtra CPS is exactly a copy of this Royal College of UK. It is College of Physicians and Surgeons, right? So same was initiated some 1,500 years before in United Kingdom, and then they added on the prefixes R, Royal. So it is now called as RCPS. It is Royal College of Physicians and Surgeons. And then they had a different, for every branch they have Royal College. They have Royal College of Physicians, Royal College of Gynecologists, Royal College of Surgeons, Royal College of Pediatricians. So they have variety of colleges. Colleges means it is not like a classroom setup. They're just an examination conducting body. So during those 1500s there were a lot of mortality because apart from professionals, that is doctors, everyone who can deal with scissors and knives, they all started dealing with the patients, and there was high mortality. So because of that, they formulated this Royal College. So through an ordinance, it was like only professional qualified physicians and surgeons should handle patients. So that's how it came in. Now that is considered to be highly prestigious. So if you are a member, so basically, in order to get a membership into the Royal College, let's say surgeons, then you have to write one or two examinations, and you will be given a membership. So you might ask, what is the benefit of becoming a member? So if you're a member, then the particular qualification, the membership is valid not only in India, in more than 120 to 150 countries across the globe. So you don't need to write licensing examinations in any country that you want to. Okay, so now in this list of participants itself, some of you might be thinking that no, I want to be in India itself. I don't want to go abroad. Okay, no issues. You can be in India itself. You can work in private sectors, corporate sectors, government sectors. You can work anywhere. The advantage is you will be given a higher package and a higher designation when compared to your colleagues who just have an MD medicine or a DND medicine. That's the biggest advantage. But are you spending anything more? Are you spending any time, lengthier? No, it's only the same 3 years like your colleagues. You're spending the same 3 years, but you're getting both the qualifications. So that's the biggest advantage. Or the other category of participants who feel like, I want to get into some foreign countries. Yes, this is the right opportunity for you, because in many countries you will be exempted from writing licensing examinations if you are a member or a fellow of this prestigious Royal College. So that's the advantage of becoming a member. It's not like many some of them might think like this MRCP or MRCS is needed only if I have to go abroad. No, it's not correct. It can be utilized in India itself, and it can be utilized in any foreign country. So you're smartly spending just 3 years and getting both the qualifications. All right. I hope I have just given small clarity or a heads up of what is Royal College. Now I think I have a couple of questions here. Okay, Dr. Saida has mentioned, I have not attempted NEET this year. Can I still get into this university? If not this year, fine. But have you, if you could have attempted in previous years. If not, you can go through a panel. We have a panel which comprises of our dean and the assistant registrar. And if you are eligible through the panel, then you can definitely get into a program. All right. Hope I've answered your question, Dr. Saida. And please do mention your WhatsApp number and your email address. Once the webinar is over, I'll be able to contact you and give you more details as to how you can. Okay, fine. So let's move on. Now, that's the heads up of the Royal College. So you're going to get a master degree in internal medicine, plus you will get the respective MRCP, that is a membership or the fellowship. So it's kind of two-in-one dhamaka. So you have two qualifications within the same 3 years. Okay, now the next benefit is, how are we going to train you guys for the next 3 years? See, the training will be happening in DNB teaching hospitals. Okay, so as I mentioned, the cities like Kolkata, Delhi, Mumbai, Pune, so we have associated with teaching hospitals in those locations. For instance, we have Fortis Hospital, or in Andhra Telangana we have KIMS, Krishna Institute of Medical Science. In Delhi, we have Mata Chanan Devi Hospital, Maharaja Aggression Hospital. So we have plenty of hospitals in all these locations, and you can choose the nearby location or the most suitable location for you, and based on your branch. Basically, you want internal medicine in Delhi? Yes, we have. If you want surgery in Mumbai? Yes, we have. In any, that's how you have to choose. So once you're chosen, you will be studying under the HOD or the DNB consultant for the next 3 years, and all our staffs and faculties are Royal College certified faculties. Okay, so it's a 3-year program, so you just have the same kind of academic submissions like any other PG doctor, the same case reports, logbooks, you do your assignments and thesis. You'll start off your thesis work. By the 10th month, you'll submit your topic, and by the end of the 3rd year, Viva voice, all those things is the same. And by the end of the final year, you go through a theory and clinical examination, and upon clearing that examination, you will be awarded the master degree in whichever branch. Let's say if you're chosen surgery, then you will have master of surgery, that is MS general surgery. So you'll have MS general surgery awarded from Texila American University in partnership with University of Central Nicaragua. Now, our university is a WHO listed, UNESCO listed, and even MCA listed university. So I'll come to the point as to how it is MCA listed. All right, so I have a question here. I like an MD medicine or MS ortho degree in Kolkata or Bangalore, and this is program and degree furnished in the end recognized by MCA. All right. Yes, doctor. You can take up medicine either in Kolkata or Bangalore. We have the seat available. As I mentioned in the beginning, ortho, I'll tell you how you can obtain ortho, but medicine is a ready available seat for us in Kolkata and Bangalore. And if the second question is the program recognized by MCI? Now, the answer to your question is, now there is no more MCI. Right? It is only NMC, National Medical Commission. Through September 2018, the first ordinance, and January 2nd ordinance, MCA has been replaced by NMC, National Medical Commission, and that was through Mr. Modi's government, and now they have repeated. So obviously, it'll be only NMC. And yes, even when MCA was there under the second and the third schedule, we were listed already. Texila's name is already listed, and we basically have 3 campuses, that is in South America, Middle East, as well as in Africa. So we have 3 campuses where we are conducting MBBS pharmacy and nursing programs, and upon completing your FMG exit examination, you can sit for you can get your MBBS degree validated. But for PG, there was no such examination till date, but right now in NMC they are bringing up an DNB exit examination. So that's a great news for us, because if you can utilize that exit examination, and you can also, the degree can also be validated in India. Just like, I think you might know those 5 countries, right? UK, USA, Australia, New Zealand, and Canada. The same way, if you have any foreign PG qualification apart from India, then you can also sit for the final DNB exit examination. All right, and this MRCP, MRCS, anyhow, is already from UK, so that is already validated. So with both the qualifications, you can definitely work in any Indian private corporate sectors and in government sectors as well. Right? And for more information, Doctor, kindly mention your WhatsApp number and email so that at the end of the webinar, I'll be able to contact you and give you details. Okay, so to continue further, as I mentioned, all the faculties are Royal College certified faculties. Okay, and as I mentioned, you have the option of becoming a member of Fellow of the Royal College. And from this year onwards, we're also giving you an associate membership. See, now I have covered the topic of like how you're going to get the degree number one, which is a master degree in the respective branch. So you start the course, by end of 3 years, you write the final examination, theory and clinical. Upon completing, you get a master degree from Texila American University in partnership with University of Central Nicaragua. Now, if you ask me like how am I going to get this MRCP, so we give you at the start of the program itself, we will give you an associate membership in the respective Royal College. Let's say if you're taking internal medicine, then we give you an associate membership in the College of Physicians, Royal College of Physicians. So what's the benefit of getting that membership is you'll have access to all the training materials, their practice questions, the key updates, newsletters, everything. Right, and your progress will be monitored by the Royal College in UK on a monthly basis and yearly basis. And at the end of the third year, if you're interested, you can directly travel to United Kingdom without writing any exam. I think you all are aware about PLAB, Professional Linguistic Assessment Board. There is no need of writing that examination. You can directly get in. Okay, so I'll just tell you how it is possible. With that Royal College examination and your internal medicine degree, because it's a WHO listed degree, you can work with that degree in that is in across the globe. And this MRCP, MRCS is valid in more than 120 plus countries. In US, you have to write USMLE, but apart from that, major countries like UK, Australia, Singapore, Middle East, or Malaysia, many of the countries or Canada will give you an exemption. Don't need to write AMC or Singapore Medical Council exam, or like say in Middle East it's DHA, Dubai Health Authority examination or hard examination. Many of them give you exemption, so you can directly walk into those countries with that membership and fellowship of Royal College. Okay, and even with our PG degree, you can work across the globe. You can choose your destination and you can work across the globe for a higher package, be in India or be in abroad as per your convenience. And most importantly, if you ask me like, can I go for super specialization? It's a definite yes. After completing, let's say somebody has done MS general surgery, after that, if you want to go for MCH in neurosurgery, cardiosurgery, cardiothoracic, vascular, or if you want to go for diabetology, cardiology, NDM, yes, you can definitely go ahead. But as you know, in India, you still have to fight again through NEET SS. So that's a hard way. Or otherwise, if you want to get into foreign countries like choose UK, Australia, Canada, and all, where there's a lot of world-renowned colleges and universities offering you these MCH programs. Like in UK, you have University of Dundee, University of Birmingham. They all offer you MCH. So there, you don't need to write another entrance examination. It's a direct admission for you because you hold a PG degree plus a membership in Royal College. So that's the best advantage. You're not going to waste any more time while doing your super specialization. Okay. Now, these are some of the TAU credentials. We are a member of International Association of Universities. We are also part of Association of Commonwealth Universities and International Center for Academic Integrity, the Global Compact, American Association of Medical Education, and Global Alliance for Medical Education. In addition, we are also listed in Medical Council of India. And as I mentioned, we have 3 campuses, that is in South America, Middle East, and Africa. In all those respective countries, we have registered in the particular country's medical council also. Like say NAC, which is the Medical Council of Guyana, we are registered, that is in South America. And we are registered in Zambian Medical Council in Africa. So we are registered everywhere. Okay, now What can you do after you get a PG degree from Texila? So, as I previously mentioned, the working option is in private corporate sectors, or you can start your own hospital. Mention this qualification in your name board or prescription and start practicing. And if you want to get into government sectors, like say any GH, government hospital in India, you can work as a PG doctor, or you can even work as an assistant professor in any medical colleges in India. Most important, you can work in any medical colleges in India, and then you can directly go abroad. Let's say somebody wants to go to UK. Okay, so there you have GMC, General Medical Council of UK. So what you have to do is they'll ask you for three documents. One is your UG degree certificate, and then you have to provide a PG degree for which you'll give Texila's PG degree, and the third one is your MRCP or the MRCs, the membership. So with that, if you apply, they'll give you a provisional registration and a visa. With that, you can directly fly to UK, and there you have two options. Option number one is you can go for a job, or you can do a super specialization. So the choice is yours. Right now, I have a question here. Does Royal College certification make any difference in salary? Absolutely, absolutely. Because see, may I have your name, doctor? Is it Dr. Samira who asked that question? All right, okay. I think it's from another doctor. See, because if you let's say you are in Delhi and you have a Texila's master degree and an MRCP of UK, and I'm also in Delhi and I have a DNB in internal medicine degree. If both of us are going for an interview in any of the corporate sector, corporate hospitals in Delhi, definitely both of us will get a job. But the difference is you will get 40 or 60,000 on a minimum. I'm talking about 40 or 60,000 rupees higher than me, because you have dual qualification, two degrees. You have something additional which I don't have. Even I spent the same 3 years. You have a WHO listed PG degree and you have a world renowned membership in the prestigious Royal College. So definitely your package will be higher. Alright, so that I can assure you, and your job is guaranteed for sure, and your designation as well. And obviously, you're considered to be more prestigious among your friend circle itself, because everybody will display their cards and name boards as MBBS MD or MBBS DNB. But you will have, and let's say if a surgery candidate, you will have an MBBS, comma MS, comma MRCS of UK. So that's more prestigious, even among your friend circle and your family as well. And not only here, it stops here. Once you become a member, the next level is a fellow level. So for that fellow level, let's say FRCS, Fellow of Royal College of Surgeons, for that you don't need to write any examination. By default, after a period of 7 years or 8 years, you are eligible to write that, apply for that FRCS, and all the other senior fellows will be electing you as a fellow. So what you have to do is, during the 7 or 8 years, you should be just publishing some journals or an active participant in the respective Royal College. That's all. So you can have an FRCS also added to your name board. So it will become MBBS, MS, MRCS, and FRCS of UK. In between, if you're ready, then do a MCH also in India or in any foreign country. So everything is possible. The most important is the branch and the location. Without capitation, without NEET, you're getting it right away without wasting any time. See, I think you're all are aware that the DNB examination is already cancelled. So many of you might have, you might be thinking in your mind that let me give a DNB attempt, if not NEET. But now that's also cancelled. So what are you going to do? You're going to wait for another NEET examination. So again, get into some coaching centers like DAMS and Bhatia. Absolute waste of time. Because see, last but previous year, it was only 64,000 students who wrote the exam. And last year it was 1,25,000. This year it's already 1,55,000. Next year, for sure, it's going to be more than 2 lakh students. So where do you stand a chance to get your branch, and that too in your preferred location? impossible. It's nearly impossible. So doctors, I would say, don't waste any more time. See, if you are putting that effort into NEET, if you put that into an MRCP preparation, it is 100% yes, because NEET is a competitive examination and this MRCP MRCS is a non-competitive examination, which I meant where see, it's a non-competitive examination. So it's only you and you're sitting for the examination. You're facing those 200 multiple choice questions. That's it. If you're getting that minimum required mark, you're through. You don't need to wait for anyone. There's no criteria. There's no cutoff. There's no limitation. Especially there is no restriction. Many of you might have got a good mark, but because of a category you didn't get your branch, right? But here it's not like that. If you're getting a minimum required mark, you're through on the first exam and you're going for the next exam. So this is more real, more practical, and gives you result. All right, so put in your effort for an MRCP rather than another NEET examination. Okay, so as I was telling you, in the MRCP we give you an associate membership and we make you write that examination. The MRCP, for example, I'll take internal medicine. Part 1 and part 2 is simple theory, multiple choice questions. Like say part 1 out of 200 questions, we have the segregation clearly. Like say you will have 10 questions from cardio, 11 from dermat, maybe like say 8 from neuro, or like say 7 from infectious disease. So we make you write the practice questions. So 50 questions, 50 practice questions once in every 15 days. So that makes 200 questions a month and 1200 questions a year. So when you are attempting that cardio questions, your posting will be in the cardiology department. So in the cardiology department, you're getting clinically trained, you're academically getting trained, and you're writing the practice questions in cardio. So you've covered an entire topic clearly. So you move on to the next topic. So this is what is done for the entire first year. And by the first year, you will write a mock exam with Texila for the MRCP, and there itself you'll be able to assess yourself. So once that is done, then you sit for the actual MRCP examination, which is happening in India. You choose your exam centers. You want to write in Delhi or Bangalore or Mumbai, you choose your exam centers, sit for the exam, and out of 200, you get the minimum required mark. If you're through, well and good. But if you are failing, don't worry, because these exams are conducted thrice a year. Not like NEET where you have to wait for 1 year. Here it is conducted like say every Jan, May and September. So if you're missing out on the September slot, if you're failing in the September slot, immediately you can give it again in Jan. Alright, so through Texila's training, we are maintaining an 85% passing ratio in the first attempt and 100% in the second attempt. So for sure, even if you're an average student, you'll be able to clear it in the second attempt, that is by let's say Jan. So the same kind of preparation will go on for the part 2, and then for part 3, which is the clinicals or the PACES, it's actually not clinicals. It's only like how you communicate or talk to the patients. So that's really easy. We train you from the first year onwards. Every 6 months, we assemble all the internal medicine guys in one hospital, and we bring in an MRCP or an FRCP faculty from UK, and they'll train you how you have to handle the clinical examinations. So that's repeated every 6 months. So by the end of third year, when you're appearing for the final clinical examination, it is easy. And if you want, yeah, you go for a second attempt also. So by all means, you all you want to and so available right in front of you at the end of 3 years. So you will be one of the smart doctor in your group, when others will be just going behind NEET examination. you have smartly taken a decision by getting into Texila program. So now our upcoming session is for September, October, and we have started the admissions. And I would request you all to mention your WhatsApp number and your email address in my individual chat so that I'll be able to get back to you as soon as the webinar is over. And as I mentioned, you will be eligible for a scholarship also. I'll tell you the criteria. Okay, here I have a question from Dr. Saida. Where will be the final examination of MRCP held? Doctor, you have centers in India itself for all final MRCP phases, clinicals. Also, you have centers in India. Except for radiology, those who are going for radiology, there is FRCR. There is no member level in radiology. It is a direct fellow level. For that, from the first exam till the third exam, unfortunately, we don't have centers in India. You have to go to UK, Hong Kong, or Singapore. But except for radiology, all the other branches, internal medicine, pedia, surgery, OBG, everything, you have centers in India itself. Okay. Hope I've answered your question. See, that's why you please share your WhatsApp number and your email address so that I'll be able to call you, and personally, according to your personal need, I can check the branch and the availability in your nearby location and the fees also for you. And if convenient, you can take admission. If you want, we can share the contact numbers of all our current students who are currently studying with Texila so that they'll be able to share as their thoughts as to why they chose Texila, how is the academics, how is the clinicals, what's the plan after 3 years. So everything is possible. We are basically trying to help you to take an informed decision rather than going behind this impossible NEET examination. Don't waste your time. So get all the information about our university. I'll be able to assist you, and then finally you can make an informed decision. Okay. As I mentioned, you might be eligible for a scholarship also, but I have to have certain documentations checked. So for that, I would definitely need your WhatsApp number and your email address. I'll be able to assist you with. Do you have any questions for me, participants? Has everyone mentioned your WhatsApp number and your email address? Because that's how I'll be able to contact you. Please mention your WhatsApp number without fail. Do you have any questions for me? Oh yeah, I have a question. How many hospitals do you have in Mumbai? In Mumbai alone, we have around 3 hospitals. That is Fortis, a well-known name. Fortis in Mulund, Mumbai. We also have Saifi Hospital. That's again an 800-bedded hospital in one single location, and also Justlock Hospital. So similarly, in every location we have a couple of hospitals. So it'll be more than around 20 to 30 hospitals pan-India. And will I get any stipend? Absolutely, because this is a PG program, so you are eligible for a stipend from the first month onwards till the end of third year. And you also have an option, something called earn while you learn. Okay, so that is once you become a student, I'll be able to give you that option. But stipend part, yes, it's definite yes. And when I'm going to call you guys through your number, I'll be able to tell you as to how much will be the stipend. Okay, I have a question from YK5 Note. What's the fee for MRCS? MRCS 2 exams, doctor, part 1 theory, part 2 clinicals, and that will be approximately for every part, it will be roughly around 25 to 35,000 rupees per exam. A one-time fee of 25 to 30,000 rupees. Okay, and in Bangalore, how many hospitals? In Bangalore, we have 2 hospitals, that is St. Philomena Hospital, as well as Santosh Hospital, and we are coming up with one more third hospital in Bangalore. Okay, hope you have given your WhatsApp number, doctor, so that I'll be able to give you more information. I have a question here. Is there any additional charges for Royal College training? Absolutely no. See, the total package will include the associate membership and everything. You're not paying anything additional because the master degree curriculum itself is the Royal College curriculum only. So here the advantage is you will be reading just one book, but you can write for the examinations at the same time. So no additional effort, no additional charge, no additional time required, but you're getting 2 degrees within 3 years. All right. Hope I have answered your questions. So if you don't have any questions, and if you have mentioned your WhatsApp number and email address, then I will be concluding this session. And as soon as the session is over, I'll be contacting those who have given me my your WhatsApp number. And this is my number. 8056770681. Probably I'll type it in the chat also for your reference. You can send a hi message to my WhatsApp so that I can contact you immediately. So this is my WhatsApp number. My name is Anita Devi, and this is my number 8056770681. Please make a note of this number, doctors, and just send a hi message. There you can put in the branch that you want, the location you are in, so that I can immediately contact you and give you all the details. Okay, so you have my email address as well mentioned. Any more questions? Any more questions? All right. Okay. So it was really great that I was able to give you certain information about the PG opportunities in India. And thank you all for spending your time and participating in this webinar. So we'll be conducting similar webinars in future also to enlighten you more on your PG options in India and abroad. So do participate, and please get in touch with me through my number to get your PG seat immediately without any waste. So once again, thank you all for spending your time, and have a lovely evening. My number is, I've mentioned in the chat also, I'll repeat, it is 8056 770 681. 8056 770 681. It's in the screen, and I have mentioned in the Skype as well. I'm sorry, in the WhatsApp as well. All right. Okay. Thank you all. Have a nice evening, participants. Thank you. Bye-bye.